walking by myself. Hope you understand. I just want to be your loving man. Love you, yes I love you, with all my heart and soul. Won't mistreat you for your weight in gold. I love you, baby, you know it's true. Give you all of my loving. What more could I do? Walking by myself. Hope you understand. I just want to be your loving man. I love you, baby, you know it's true. Give you all of my. Oh, what more could I do while walking by myself? Hope you understand. I just want to be your loving man. I just want to be your loving man. I just want to be your loving man. That last one was what it was supposed to be. Pretty close anyway. I know Johnny's doing the shuffle, but I'm just doing the old, just to make it easy on myself while I'm singing. Alright, I'm going to demonstrate now what I was just playing, break it down a little bit, and I'm going to do it without the capo, so it'll just be an E here, which wasn't good for my singing voice, but it's a lot easier to illustrate the chords with regular, you know, where you can see where things are. So it's your basic blues riff on like the E chord. You got the root in the fifth. You're hitting it. You're kind of stopping it. You know, you don't want it to just ring out. You don't want it to. You don't want that. You want to bump, like that. So you've got that. Sometimes it's up there. Then right at the end, right before it starts again. So one. It's just about ready to start. On the last part, right before it starts again, you hit that. And after you hit that, you go right to the C sharp there. So it takes the place of that. That's all that riff is. And it's pretty simple, but it's hard to do while you're singing and get the groove right. And you'll see from my earlier, I took a take before I really worked on it, when I had just listened to the Johnny Winter recording of the Jimmy Rogers song a whole bunch of times, and I tried to do what I was hearing without really working on it, and it comes out a lot different. Walking by myself, hope you understand. I just want to be your loving man. I was trying to do stuff he was throwing in when he wasn't singing, and then I realized when I really watched it, he kept it really simple when he was singing. He was just going, that's all he was doing. Then you got this, and then this is kind of important. On the last, before you go to the A, you hit the open D. So let's see that again. And then up to the B. So the A is just like an A there, but you're just playing these two notes and you're stopping it. Then the B is just like if it was this B. A very, very basic blues lick that is challenging for me to play and sing at the same time, definitely. And I had to work a fair amount to be able to get sort of a groove going while I was singing. Now, then you've got the sort of a bridge. You know, when you've gone through that, you get this. I love you, baby. So leading into that is, and it's important to just kind of stop that. I love you, baby. You don't let it. I love you, baby. You don't let it ring out like that. That's one of the things about playing in a groove, or I think playing blues on guitar. And Tuck Andrus has talked about this, that the guitar is an instrument that wants to keep ringing. And the challenge of the guitarist to play with a kind of a rhythm and a groove is to stop it from ringing, to control when it sounds and to make it not sound when you don't want the sound. And that's, you don't get that with folk guitar, but you should do that with blues. All right, so you've got this. I love you, baby. Then this time it goes open D to the E. You know it's true. This one goes longer. To the open D. Give you all of my love into the B7. What more? You slide up to this note. B7, what more could I do? The second time you go, give you all of my, instead of saying lovin', which is kind of cool. What more could I do? And then walking. You go through the whole thing. And every time at the end, you've been doing these turnarounds. So it's like an open E, a D, which is like an E7 kind of. So you're just walking down the D, which is the seventh of the chord, like an E7, but it's kind of got a different sound. Open E and the D. Lock it down to the C sharp, which would be like an A. Would be like an A minor. Down to the B7. You could hit the open B first to get a better rhythm. I think you should play this finger style so that you can do stuff like, and then like, and Johnny Winter uses a thumb pick, but I've just got nails like a classical guitarist. Not much. The thumb is the longest. The other ones aren't that long, but they're enough to grab and make a real clear sound. So you've got that basic turnaround, which is pretty much a cliche, but it's good. You can use it quite a few times. But then you can, you know, if you feel like it, improvise some other ones. I do that the last time through. I've got a couple of different ones. You could do just about anything. If you play wrong notes, like, if the rhythm is good, even bad notes like that won't sound that bad. But you can do something like, or the you've got kind of the minor pentatonic, or the major pentatonic, based on. Like that. Do anything you can come up with in that rhythm that uses basically probably the E scale with the flatted seventh. The flatted third too is helpful. So any of those notes would probably be. That wasn't too bad. You can improvise all kinds of different turnarounds. So that little part at the end, the last time, I'll show you what that is. I just want to be your loving. So what you've got there, what is that? That is, turns out to be a B, okay? A B7. Here's the third. It's like, okay, like the G pattern, I guess you could say. So you can think of that. There's the third. Here's a D sharp, A, C sharp, which is the ninth. So it's like a B9. The fifth, okay? A rootless chord. Well, the root's in there. No, the root, there's never a B in there anywhere. So a rootless chord. But that's a nice voicing to use when you want to bring it up, you know, for a cadence kind of. I just want to be your loving man. Something like that. I encourage you to watch the Johnny Winter video where he plays this with his trio. He's got a bass player that also takes harmonica breaks while he's playing bass, and a drummer. And they are covering the Jimmy Rogers tune. And Johnny just goes wild, making up all kinds of different turnarounds each time. And of course, he takes a really great solo too, and he sings it like just killer vocal, as he can always do. And so look at all the different turnarounds he comes up with, because so many different times, even on his solos, he's taken them. And most of the time, he'll play something different. You can get all kinds of ideas from that. But then I really encourage you to go look at the real Jimmy Rogers chess. Was it a chess recording? At any rate, it's an old blues recording, Jimmy Rogers, not the singing brakeman. It's Rogers, Jimmy Rogers. And this guy could sing and could play. And the very surprising thing to me was when I listened to that old Jimmy Rogers recording, Johnny Winter is pretty much playing it. He's got that all in his head. So the stuff I thought was maybe Johnny was probably just Johnny paying a tribute to the guy he learned it from, or maybe to that record. And he remembers what it sounds like, and he plays all those little riffs that are on there. And of course, he adds his own when he does the solo, but a lot of the stuff when he's singing is straight off the record. I was really surprised by that. I figured Johnny was just making those up, which he certainly could have, but there was no need to. They were so good. And I'm sure this is probably one he learned when he was a kid. And that's just how he played it, just like Jimmy Rogers did. So that was an eye-opener to me. Thanks for listening, and please click like. It helps my channel. Subscribe. That also helps. And use these simple blues riffs, which, you know, I had seen people do for a long time and kind of scoffed at them because they're so simple, but I couldn't really play them with the right feel for a long time, and I'm only just starting to get to do that. So don't overlook these things, and they're really worth mastering, particularly if you have to sing at the same time. Thanks for watching.